What is up, guys?
Welcome.
What's up?
We are back.
3 weeks in a row.
We are back. We're going for the
3 weeks in a
new
row.
record. I think we actually. I'm gonna go back after this, and I'm gonna look through.
Bro, I think we did a good 6 weeks in a row.
We did. We
Yeah.
were solid, and then it
From
was
the
just,
beginning.
holidays and stuff hit and everything.
Yeah, but we're back. We're back. We're
back.
consistent.
We are.
We're just we're spitting out the content like crazy. We have merch. What?
We have merch.
We have merch.
Merch right here. Look at this. This is such a solid logo.
Yusuf says he needs the i5 merch ASAP.
This logo. Oh, Yusuf, you just played right.
We're getting you a shirt.
Played right into it. This logo was designed by yours truly, Brooks Moeller. I'm not sure. I always forget, dude. It's so confusing.
Use your right hand.
Pointing
Right
and all
hand.
that stuff.
Right
I'm
hand.
just gonna...
Right hand. There you go. Yep.
Okay. By yours truly, Brooks Moeller. Literally, guys, I love this stuff. So if you want merchandise, you just bear with us, and we're gonna have a post real soon about merchandise, and you are gonna be able to cop that. Yusuf, I'm gonna make you a special one. Even I'm gonna make. You know what? Our guests on the show so far, they need some special ones, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. We need to get Yusuf a good one.
We need to get them a good one.
Absolutely.
We got a couple people, and then we're gonna get some stuff rolling. And there's gonna be i5 merch all the way up and down. I5 goes all the way down to California, right?
San Diego ends in Mexico. Goes from Canada, Mexico.
All the way to Mexico. We're gonna have i5 merchandise in other countries.
We're spreading.
People.
We're going global.
Does it go up into Canada? It goes up into Canada.
No, it ends in Canada.
It ends in Canada.
Well, it ends like at the border, because interstate is only in the U.S.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna get some in Canada, anyways.
I mean, might as well, honestly.
We might as
well.
But seriously, very soon, information dropping on that. Stay active on our social medias. Make sure you subscribe, follow, whatever you have to do on that page.
Whatever you have to do.
That's a great intro. I love it. Thank you, Yusuf.
I did get a haircut, Sean.
You look good.
Thank you. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, you definitely haven't seen it yet because we definitely don't live together, but I appreciate it.
See, this is what we want, people. These are our norms right here. These are our followers, our true fans, and all that stuff.
The true fans, the true i5 fans. Thank you.
Oh yes, Sean, I did trim my beard up. Thank you for noticing. That was so look at this, guys. We have normals. I feel like Tim the Tap Man when I get on to my stream and I have the same people comment all the time.
I mean, yeah. How does he even read chat though? Because I feel like the chat just goes
he doesn't. He just randomly picks one every once in a while.
Yeah. But boys, thanks for joining us today. I think we're just talking more football today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is big football time.
Although
I will drop real quick. For those of you that are Mariners fans in general, they're doing their virtual baseball bash right now. If you haven't been part of it, go to any of their social medias. They've got information on it. There was a couple different things today. There was a Q&A with Jerry Dipoto. There was a clubhouse meeting with Jerry Dipoto. You got to talk to Taylor Trammell on Twitter. He took over for a little while. There are some times that you get to talk to Dave Sims. He had Chef and Mark Gavovich in with him. It was super cool. I had a couple questions that I put on there, and they at one point in time, Dave Sims said my name and said this question is from him, and they answered it. A lot of really useful information coming from that too. A lot of talk about their prospects, what they're looking at doing in the future. We all tend to think that it is a little bit of a silent off season for Dipoto right now, but he kind of went into depth on why that is and why it's not going to be super silent for the rest of the offseason, the moves that they're looking to make. But seriously, if you have not checked into that, it is like a 2 or 3 week long thing. They're doing something every day coming up. One of our buddies is kind of involved in the making of that. Shout out Breyer. And so they're really super pumped about that. It's going phenomenal. Check in, see the schedule, and that's my little spiel for baseball right now because.
And we just gotta say good things are happening there. We're gonna be good soon.
God bless.
We are on the up. We're on the rise.
2 in the top 5. 2
in the top 5. We have number 3 and 4 prospects. We are one of only 2 teams with 5 in the top 100. and then
And
we have
Noel
and then
Demonte
and then
is
our
like
six
in the 70s only because he's like 19.
and then our
Oh
six
my gosh.
and then our 6 and 7 is literally like right outside the top 100 too. What?
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 It's coming, guys.
It's coming.
Keep the faith. It's coming. All right. Love baseball. Let's spin it.
It is conference championship weekend, people.
We
And we got
freaking
two.
love it.
I got like honestly like two like the best matchups like we could have gotten. Honestly, like I'm more excited for Packers Bucks than I would have been for Packers Saints.
Oh, by far.
I am so excited to finally see Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady go at each
Yes.
other in the playoffs for the
I
first
am
time ever, which is kind of crazy to
so-
think about. But they always played in different conferences, so we never got to see that.
Yes. Like stoked to the max,
Yeah.
guys. It's going to be awesome.
And then as much as I wanted to see the Browns win last Sunday, I think Bills Chiefs is going to be perfect game. Such a good
Bills
game.
Chief is going to be nice, but
Mhm.
like we've talked about, I think even more than we thought, the Browns are right there, guys. Like, yes, Patrick Mahomes was out. And if he does not clear concussion protocol, that the Bills Mafia, guys, my pick is looking real good. It's looking real good. And
You,
I would
you
not
definitely
be
needed some help there, but if
I did.
yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I did get a little bit of help. But the Browns looked good before Mahomes even got hurt. Like, let's
Yeah.
not take that away from
I
them.
mean, they were down 19-3 at halftime, but
Right. And definitely, for sure.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we knew that the Chiefs were going to hand it to him and all that stuff, but they still looked pretty good. So let's not take that away from them. But Mahomes going out definitely helped them. If he is not back by that game, I think that the Bills. Well, we'll get into that here in a little bit. But for the sake of good football, let's
Mhm.
hope that concussion is not serious.
I want
and-
to see Mahomes versus Josh Allen.
Yes.
And this like the Bills are hot, the Chiefs are hot. I want to see like two like just juggernauts go at it right now in the AFC.
Yes.
And I think it can go either way. Like with how the Bills are playing and how like their defense is stepping up right now.
Big.
Yeah, they held Lamar like down. I know Lamar ended up getting hurt. What in this was it the third quarter?
It was late in
It
the
was
third
late.
quarter.
It was late. Yeah, but
And unlike like I know that it, obviously like I'm going with two different tales right here, and it's basically the same picture. But I personally believe that the Browns really were looking pretty decent before, and the Ravens weren't really getting a whole lot going. They definitely could have picked up steam. We know that for sure. We've seen their offense. It's dynamic. It can strike at any time. It didn't strike quite enough. Sorry, Justin. There was no
I was about to
Ravens
say
jersey
that.
on me.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
Ravens jersey on me on the this week. But we know that they can strike quick, so it would have definitely helped having them for the rest of the game. But that Bills defense is looking good. They're looking real good.
And this is going to be their biggest test yet, especially Mahomes plays. But we can go into that more right now because I think there is no way he doesn't play on Sunday. I'm going to say it right now. He's playing. You know damn well he's playing.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see.
You know
It's-
he's playing.
It's really going to take a lot for them to keep him out.
I was
and
also I was really surprised that he didn't even come back in the game on Sunday. Like I thought they were going to be like, "Oh yeah, he passed concussion protocol for sure." Like
like
get
I'm
back
gonna
out
be
there.
I'm gonna be super interested to see. Like there's two things that come right here. This was my dinner that I ate before. Sorry, I forgot to move it out of my way. And I almost put it on my bed right next to my dog, which would not have worked well. We're just gonna leave it right where it was. But like there's two things that happen here. He gets rushed through concussion protocol, and that's not good look for the league. Or he doesn't get rushed through concussion protocol and it goes correctly, and the team doctor gets fired because he didn't get Mahomes ready for the game. I could see one of those two things happening.
Yeah, watch him like they like fire team doctor just because he doesn't play.
Dude, it's gonna cost him. Although anything is
Chad
possible.
Chad Henne.
Anything is possible. He didn't look great. Like
No, he looked really bad. Like his
everybody got super hyped on it.
he hit some
couple big
throws.
plays.
Hit some throws, and then he had the scramble, but the pick in the end zone was so bad, and like
It was, yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be good for them if he's the starter. But
yeah,
um,
the Browns
it-
had a
it-
shot, man. The Browns had a shot.
they
They had
really
a shot
did.
at the end to win, and a
did.
maybe questionable punt on that last drive they had.
To me, very questionable.
Very questionable because there's no way Chad Henne is going to lead a touchdown drive. I think they were at their own 35, maybe.
Yeah.
So they were probably already in field goal range, but even a field goal, you're still only down by 8. You still have a chance, and then you get another chance to get it on the scoring touchdown.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
but I would have gone for it on that 4th and 9.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You have the ball, and your offense honestly has been being like they weren't struggling too bad, but I think you go for it there.
Oh, for sure. And what was the? I'm gonna look real quick while I rattle off some other things. But I mean, I remember sitting there and saying like, "Oh, this is an obvious. They're obviously going for it." And before I could even get my sentence out, like the punt team was getting rushed onto the field and all that stuff. Like I wasn't a super big fan of it, but they talked about it after the game. He has come in. Cleveland's head coach has come in and completely changed a culture. So you can question those play calls as much as you want, all that stuff, but I mean, obviously, we're not an NFL coach for a reason. He took his gamble. It would have been a gamble either way, and he decided which one he thought was a better gamble, and it just didn't work out. It might not have worked out the other way either.
They had him where they wanted him to. They had the Chiefs at a 3rd and 19, and Chad Henne scrambled 18 yards to make it 4th and 1.
Exactly. And so, like, if Henne doesn't make that improbable, not typically his play, they played it perfectly. They got exactly what they wanted. They got a 3rd and 19. They got the ball in Henne's hand, and he just made a play. That's big time for him. And he's an NFL veteran, and that's why he can do that. But they've changed the culture in Cleveland. Cleveland is now a team that believes they can win. Cleveland is now a team who has a championship caliber feel to them, swag kind of thing. Baker Mayfield looked good.
Baker's coming in his own, man. Baker.
That's huge.
Coming into the year, I was not on the Baker train just yet, but
correct.
I like Baker as a person. I like his cockiness because you know what? He's not like an over like he's okay. You could say he's overly cocky, but he's not like it's different. It's different than like other cockiness I see. Yeah, it's like different because
there's
he put in work. He put in work to get where he is. Like he's like and he walked on and yeah.
People always compare Manziel and Mayfield.
Two different people. I hate that.
And at times, I definitely am not the biggest Mayfield fan for things. But I think what made me a pseudo fan. I learned that word the other day. So it makes me like a kind of a fan of him. Majority of the time was when they played Kansas. Okay, if you haven't seen this, go look at this because it's hilarious. When they played Kansas, when he was at Oklahoma, Kansas brought out like a host captain with them. It was just this little kid. And they're standing there and they're trying to look all tough to Oklahoma, who I believe was like ranked number 3 at the time or something like that. And they're just mean mugging them. And afterwards, after the coin toss, they always go and shake hands. And Baker reaches out his hand and Kansas just kind of toughs him up and doesn't reach out. And you could see him just laugh and he claps in their face. Yep. And then puts up like 600 yards on them. Like that's when I became okay. Like he backs up his cockiness kind of.
And then remember when he grabbed his crotch on the sideline too? yeah.
That one was a little bit out there, but like it's just like I was a big fan and still am. Like Cam Newton's a dude, and everybody was really big on the fact that he would rip his S out and he would dab in the end zone and all that kind of stuff. Dude, if you don't want him to do it, don't let him score.
It's just like quarterbacks always have this extra like magnifying glass on them of like they can't act out like more than any other position because they're the face of the team. But you know what? Like let the quarterback talk a little too and like do his own thing.
Let him play.
Let him play. Let him have fun. Let him have fun.
You know, just like we talked about, I think I want to see Russ loosen up a little bit. I want that.
I don't know what happened.
I want that 4th down back foot lob to the end zone in week 17. That swag that he had afterwards and that excitement. I want that Russ. I want a Drew Lock who puts that vest on and gets made fun of by Herman. And then puts it right on him. I want that swag from my quarterback.
And Tom Herman currently doesn't have a job either. So
yeah. Take that, Tom Herman.
And who's the starting quarterback in the NFL? Drew Lock. Drew Lock. So who's the real winner here?
Exactly. That's what I want. Yeah. I want that kind of swag. I want that kind of confidence. Yeah. But besides that, like I said, I think Cleveland's really really turning the tide, which is great. But it's just tough. Like. They got down, like we talked about. They needed to get up and run the ball, and they just weren't able to make enough big plays there at the end. And without Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs did not look the Chiefs. But I mean, what do you think? Do you think that even if they don't have Mahomes, is it a completely different turn? Like, do you say with Mahomes they either win the game or it's a really good game and all that kind of stuff? Without Mahomes, it's just
Well,
absolutely over.
I think they keep yeah, I think with Mahomes it's over. I think they keep scoring, and yeah, I think they just like score more because Cleveland only held the Chiefs to 3 points in the second half,
That's
and
true.
Mahomes went out midway in the third.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. My bad. Let me clarify that. For the Bills game,
Oh, you want to talk about Bills game now? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
is it two completely different worlds there? I mean,
Yes.
is it like
Absolutely.
if Mahomes doesn't play, is it just all over?
I don't want to say it's all over, but I put money on the Bills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
I think with how their defense is playing, like we were saying earlier, I don't think Chad Henne. Yeah, he might be like, I don't know, like make some throws here and there, but he's not Mahomes. That's obvious. And the way that Bills' offense has been playing, the Chiefs are gonna have to put up a lot of points on Sunday to keep up with them.
I give the Chiefs a fighting chance
Mm-hmm.
without Mahomes. I don't think it's completely game over. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why. Andy Reid, I think Andy Reid is a really good coach. And he comes up with really great schemes. I mean, we watch how he moves Tyreek in the backfield.
Yep.
He's got people out there doing the spinneroonies in the backfield. Like, he's got really good schemes, really good plays and all that stuff. And I think 2 weeks, actually, though. No, 1 week. Just 1 week. It's not Super Bowl. He gets a week full to start planning for Chad Henne. He puts in a little bit different scheme and all that kind of stuff, and I think they can make it happen. The Chiefs' defense is good enough to maybe keep them in the game. Maybe they force a turnover. They do score on defense fairly frequently, so maybe they capitalize on a Josh Allen mistake. Josh Allen is still very young, and he definitely is kind of like the Brett Favre gunslinger, so he will make some throws sometimes that give them that chance. So they have a fighting chance, but like you said, if I'm putting money down on something, it's on a Bills team playing a Mahomes-less Chiefs.
I agree, 100% agree.
And I agreed with Yusuf also.
Yeah.
Yusuf said that he bets anything that Mahomes plays, and it's a controversy for years.
That's going to happen, absolutely.
We talked about that right when it happened, that they were going to push him through concussion protocol. For the sake of his brain, I hope they don't. I hope he really is cleared when he does, but I would be surprised to not see him play.
He's going to play. And let's not forget that we're kind of like putting off to the side of like fans like affecting games this year, but Casey's at 50% capacity. So they're going to have a home field advantage, and we heard that on this last weekend too. They made noise like because that's a big stadium, so 50% is still a good like 40,000 people.
And I think a lot of people always forget the fact because it's just been made such a big deal. Whenever somebody thinks about home field advantage and loud environments, they always think Seattle. We've got the 12th fan, all that kind of stuff. But we actually don't even. We might got it back, but I know at one point in time, Arrowhead held the seismic record, so the decibels of sound that is
Casey's
made
up there too, absolutely,
onto the field. And they also have a better they talked about their stadium when they did this on like a sports science. They have a little bit better of a funnel of sound onto the field. So that home field advantage is really good there. So like you said, even without it, they get home field advantage. They get a veteran like Henne who might be able to get some Andy Reid plays put in for him, all that kind of stuff. They've definitely got a fighting chance. Mahomes comes back, that place is going to go nuts. So it's going to be very interesting. I wouldn't even announce him the starter. Like I would say, I think he's out, and then run him out there.
And then run him out there. That'd be smart.
See what happens.
Yeah, just leave him. Just keep him questionable on the injury report. Say like game time decision.
Oh, for sure.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah,
don't let the Bills plan
don't
for
let the
it.
Bills plan. I don't know what the protocol is for that.
I mean, it's not that hard of a plan for the Bills. The Bills literally they plan for Mahomes, and then what? So Chad Henne's playing. Okay, keep the same plan in. Adjust for the veteran.
It's very different on the way of like when we had the Rams week 1.
Yeah.
We couldn't plan for Goff and then adjust for Wolford because Wolford was a runner. Like, so if we would have planned for Goff and had this drop back pass defense and all that stuff, and then pack the box and all that stuff, Wolford would have ran all over us outside the pocket. So it's very easy to go from planning for a quarterback that does so many phenomenal things, and then he's not in. Now we just have to plan for the pass from Henne. Although I guess he showed his legs last week.
He did, but he's fast. Come on,
but it's not that hard when they're not expecting it. Like,
and there's no one around for 20 yards.
Peyton Manning had a naked bootleg for a touchdown in the playoffs when he was with Denver, and he could barely get there. Like, it happens.
Yeah, imagine if the Browns won. Breyer would have really had to rub it in our faces for sure.
Yeah, Brad would have been all
Because
over that.
he got some hate. He got some hate for picking the Browns from the chat and stuff too. So
Yeah, they were all over him. I love it.
They're all
I
over
love
him.
you, chat. I
love you, chat. Love you, chat. But yeah,
so-
let's move on to the NFC now. What we got there?
Ew, we got a good game.
We got a good
coming up.
game.
We got a really good game. I was thoroughly pleased with Tampa Bay's defense.
Mm.
In like I was talking with a couple people after the game. I think Tampa Bay's defense is good enough,
They're also
Oh.
getting back. They're getting back Vita Vea this weekend.
which is big for their run
Huge.
their run
huge.
defense.
Yep.
I didn't even realize they actually have the #1 ranked run defense. So that's big for them. You can shut down Aaron Jones. Actually, that three-headed beast that's back there. AJ Dillon got hurt though, right? I don't know if he's
AJ
back or not. We might
Okay.
want to look on that.
Some research.
But that's a pretty big component to their game of that really good run game. So if they
Yep.
shut down that run and then they can hold down Rodgers enough, it's been very talked about that Green Bay's defense isn't phenomenal. So they're not going to make amazing plays and all that stuff. And it's Tom Brady in the playoffs. And he is right when he said that they started clicking. I think they did an interview with him. He said about week 15, that it just like clicked. He's right. They are clicking on all cylinders. Ronald Jones looked good. Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny, shout out Big Cat, playoff
Looked
Lenny looked good.
The Bucks are clicking at the right time. This is what we should have saw coming. Like everyone was kind of like throwing out the Bucks off to the side and beginning of the season and stuff because they were struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
But you get Tom Brady in the playoffs with the weapons he has with him, whether it's Mike Evans, Godwin, Jones, Antonio Brown,
Yes.
Leonard Fournette, OJ Howard, Cameron Brate. Like they have a really good offense, and their defense has been stepping up too.
Oh,
So-
for sure. Yeah. I mean, like we've talked about, and I'll touch on it real quick. If this is Breeze's last game, what a phenomenal career he's had. Like, obviously, would have loved to bring home a couple more championships and all that kind of stuff, but obviously, Hall
It's
of Fame
tough.
bound.
It's tough. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Real good career and all that kind of stuff, and it looks like it is. You don't really normally blow kisses to the fans as you walk out. I feel like that was a very sentimental look back towards the
I saw
the
that.
dome and
Yeah,
all that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Took one more. Took one more look. Yep.
Talking with Brady after the game like that, Brady throwing a touchdown to his kid, maybe I feel like it is. But that was still a really good offense. That was a really good offense. Kamara's still hidden. Michael Thomas looked good. Jared Cook looked good until he got the ball punched out.
Michael Thomas has 0 catches.
Yeah, right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like
yeah.
he was healthy and he was looking good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the week
Yeah.
before. And the Buccaneers still came in
Yep.
and said, still gave up 20 points, which is still up there. But like we said, there was that. I take 7 points off right off the bat because they got a trick played on
Yep.
their own trick play too. But I think that they looked really good. I think their defense looked good. It's going to be a tough battle.
It's a tough battle. It's hard for me because the Packers looked so good against the Rams too.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to pick against them. I feel like I shouldn't be doubting Brady again because I didn't pick him last week, and I almost did because I'm like, man, they're
Yeah.
looking good, and Breeze isn't the same anymore. But now you're going against the likely NFL MVP. That
Right.
offense is running on full cylinders.
Yep.
Ugh, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna be a good
I'm right
game.
there. I'm right there with Yusuf again. Like he says, he went against Rodgers last week and it bit him in the butt. It's tough. It's Aaron Rodgers. It is so tough to say that. But you make a very valid point too. It's very tough because it's Tom Brady in the playoffs. But one thing that will make it interesting, and I know my brother pointed this out to me at one point. Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from Florida are going to Green Bay, and it's going to be cold.
It's gonna be cold.
It's going to be real cold. I think Brady does okay with it because he was in New England for so long, so he's used to it and all stuff. But it'll be very interesting to see a lot of the other people. Gronk was in New England with him too, so that makes it a little. But Mike Evans has been in Tampa Bay his whole career. Chris Godwin has been in Tampa Bay his whole career. Antonio Brown is nuts anyways, so I don't know if it's going to make a difference. Leonard Fournette was at Jacksonville, which is very hot, and then Tampa Bay and all that stuff. And that defense is majority of Tampa Bay people. It does make a difference. It does make a difference.
It's really hard to go into Green Bay in the playoffs and get a win in Lambeau. I really want to look up the stats to see what that record is of teams playing on the road in Green Bay because I'm sure it's not good.
It is not.
It's not good. It's not going to be good.
I think it's also going to be really interesting to see what the weather does because
What's the
I
weather
think
report?
actually,
Can we get a weather report? Also,
yeah,
I thought we were getting your brother to be our
check it out.
producer guy who
He's
looks stuff
he'll
up
be
for
with us
us.
soon.
Okay.
Shout out. I'm sure he's watching right now, but he's in Oklahoma now.
Oklahoma.
He got himself a big boy gig at a college in Oklahoma.
Really?
Literally like a Thursday call of like, hey, you got it, and he left Saturday kind of thing. Like he got there yesterday, drove all the way. So he's
Cam going big time. Congrats to Cam.
He's getting all situated.
Yes.
Yeah, congrats.
Love
Cam.
it. Love it.
So he might be a little busy right now, but if the weather does Green Bay things to them, the passing game gets hurt.
What are we looking at? Was it Sunday? Sunday.
Sunday.
Uh-oh.
Is it snowing?
Uh-oh. 29 degrees and snow showers?
Okay.
What?
So here's the thing. Very tough to pass in snow. The weather, the wind, the snow hitting the ball, the fact of seeing it, my hands are cold, all that goes into it. We all know that it makes it tough. Now you go into a running game, a predominantly running game, or you try and throw through it and it's still very tough. Now you have a very good running game from Green Bay, but it's going against the number one rushing defense in Tampa Bay. You go on the flip side, I would also say a very good running game from Tampa Bay, especially with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette cooking right now. Cooking, just absolutely dicing and micing and whatever you want to say for it, against a very frail running defense from Green Bay, and has been their weak spot all season.
Mm-hmm.
What happens then?
It's going to be a good game. That's what it's going to be.
That flips everything.
But you know who can also throw in the snow? Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. But that's the thing,
I was going to say that too. But
it's like everything cancels out because then you say, okay, well, Rodgers is from Green Bay, so he can throw in the snow. It's all fine. Well, Brady's from
we've
New
all
England,
seen Brady throw like
and as long as he doesn't have to tuck the
in the
ball at any
snow.
point in time, he throws well in the snow. And then you get into the game of who uses the play action better, who fakes the defense into thinking that they're just going to ram it down your throat and then runs the play. Guys, woo! This is going to be a good game. If you have something planned on Sunday, cancel it.
Cancel it.
Unless it's church, because it's early enough in the morning. You can get that on, or you can watch it at home, whatever you want to do. But if you have something that's blocking you from watching these games, both of them, not just one of them, both of them, cancel.
So NFC plays first on Sunday, right?
It should, yeah.
Okay.
I believe so, right?
Chance of snow 40% during the day, 29 degrees.
40%.
40%.
So that's gonna be You got Bucks and Packers playing at
12:05
p.m. So our time, so Pacific time.
12 our time.
Which is gonna be, is it 2 o'clock there? Is
3.
it only 2 hours for Wisconsin?
2.
Is it 3?
2.
2.
So
it's gonna be 2
central.
o'clock there,
Yep.
which is a little tough. And then you got a 3:40 game coming. That's gonna be a good game no matter what. Their weather is not gonna affect either one of them. They're both the same team. But it's gonna be that first game is gonna be very interesting to see which route they take. Whether they just pound the ball or if they use the play actions on stuff, who's gonna outsmart who's gonna fake out. Oh, it's gonna be a good game.
I think if Green Bay has AJ Dillon, and the last thing I read on here is that Matt LaFleur is hopeful he plays. I think having AJ Dillon is a big plus for them on the offense too, especially if it's snowing. Because now you have three backs, like your 3 main backs back in rotation, which was just incredible the last few weeks of the season.
That's huge. And I'm sure that some of our viewers are going to punch themselves in the face for hearing me say it again. But the snow makes a huge difference in that too. The cold, just the cold in general. Yeah. Imagine being outside in 20-degree weather and running and getting hit by a freight train. Like that is what those defenses hit like. They hit hard. So if you can give yourself 3 running backs that you can rotate through, that's less hits that they take. That's more that they get to stay in those comfy little coats and all that stuff, and then come in completely warm, all that stuff. You get 3 different rotating through. But here's the thing too, Tampa Bay's got 2 on their side, and then everybody always forgets you got LaShawn McCoy, Slim Shady. He can get in there too, and he is a proven veteran. He can give you some good slaps and all that stuff. They're both really well-rounded teams. I really think. I think it's going to come down to the fact that the Packers defense is so weak against the run that I think Tampa Bay is going to be able to pull this one out. Folks, it works because now I'm going to have Tampa Bay and Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. My preseason and my postseason picks, guys.
Wait, you change your postseason picks.
I'm a genius.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
I called Tampa Bay at the beginning, so it's like a half.
Okay.
I've got 1.5 right.
Okay, so before we'll get to our official picks here in a second. I'm sure yours are gonna change again, I guess. I don't know. You've changed like 3 different times. Okay. But some breaking news out of baseball, back to baseball. George Springer to the Blue Jays on a 6-year deal.
Thank the Lord. Get him out of the West.
I'm so
tired of watching.
he was pretty bad anyway, but he did tear us up a lot.
He always tears us up.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of watching those leadoff home runs
Yeah.
in T-Mobile Park. So tired of. But that, like, he had a struggling season for him last year, but that is such a big pickup for the Blue Jays. That veteran leadership.
Blue Jays are going to be good.
Bat, now you get to be able to.
And they
signed that leadoff.
They signed Kirby Yates too.
And they signed Kirby Yates. A little bit sad we didn't go get him, but
I know it was only a 1-year, $8 million deal. I feel like that could have been.
Go listen to the Baseball Bash and you'll hear Depoto's. Yep. Depoto made me a believer again today in his statements of what they're doing and all that kind of stuff. Go listen to it. But that's huge for the Blue Jays. Now you get that going along with the young talent that they have. Guys, the Blue Jays are going to be tough. They're going to be tough. Like Brooks and I said, the Chicago White Sox are good. Look out for them.
Watch out for these guys. And then hopefully the Mariners are where they were this last year and then they can take the next step up in 2022.
And they made that comparison.
Yep.
Depoto made that comparison, and multiple players. So here's Ty France came from the San Diego Padres when we picked him up last year. So obviously he saw the development of the Padres into the team that they are today because he was with that organization. He made the comment that the Seattle Mariners right now are reminding him a lot of what the San Diego Padres looked like right before they blew up too. So like that's firsthand information, guys. I think we're gonna blow up. Stay with us. I know we say it every year, but I think it's gonna happen.
It's happening. Just we got it. Okay.
But yeah,
official picks. Let's go.
Picks. We are going. The Bills Mafia is gonna do it in Kansas City. I believe in Josh Allen. And I do not believe in the. I also believe. I guess I could say I believe in the concussion protocol, and I do not think that Patrick Mahomes makes it back in time and makes it a real easy game for the Bills.
What's your score pick?
Oh, score pick. Okay, so with my thought process, we're going Mahomes lift Chiefs. I think they hold them to 14 points. I think they do get 2 touchdowns, and I think that we get. We're gonna have a really fun number here. We're gonna go with 31 for the Bills.
Okay, 31-14.
31-14.
They just smack him.
Well, without Mahomes, they smack him.
Okay.
And that's my prediction is no Mahomes.
So, I'm picking this as if I think Mahomes is going to play. It's not looking good because he's still in protocol.
Right.
And if you're in protocol at this point, like still in the week before the game, not looking good. But
the wobbling when he got up did not look like a minor.
But I think he plays. I think they take care of business as much as I'll be cheering for the Chiefs or cheering for the Bills. I'd rather see the Bills there.
Right.
But I'm going to go with Mahomes in KC, Chiefs 27, Bills 21.
Okay. And with Mahomes, I'm right there with you that it's going to be a close game.
Yep.
I don't see him coming back. I still think the Bills edge them out no matter what. But
without Mahomes, I could still see the Chiefs edging out, but the defense will have to step up,
make
plays, get a couple turnovers, score a touchdown maybe. That's what they'll need to do if they don't have Mahomes.
I respect that. Yep. I am happy though that we have different. I love when we're different.
NFC,
Tampa Bay.
You're changing again for the 3rd time. You've gone back and forth. Beginning of the year, you started with Bucks, and you went Packs. Now you're back to the Bucks.
Right. I'm not changing. I'm just reverting back to my original pick, which is it's like a mulligan in golf. I get one of them. So my reverting back. This is my Molokai. I'm going to take it. We're going Tampa Bay. They look good.
It's hard for me to go against Tom Brady in the playoffs right now, especially with how good they're playing. But I got to go with the Packers at Lambeau. Keep counting them. One more. There you go.
Maybe. I love it.
I gotta go Packers. I gotta go Packers.
We are completely different. I love every second of it.
They've been by far, in my opinion, the best team all year. Even though they did get smacked by the Bucks. Let's not forget about that in the regular season. But It's different now. Packers are rolling. Aaron Rodgers is rolling. It's going to be snowing. The only person who's comfortable in the snow is Tom Brady, and he's already used to Tampa Bay weather. He's got his tan going and stuff. Mike Evans doesn't know how to play in the snow.
That is true.
We're going Packers. I'm going to say 24-13.
Okay. I'm going to go... I'm gonna skip my record, and I'm going to say 31-24, and I'm calling it. It is a last drive touchdown from Tom Brady to send them back to Tampa Bay
In a blizzard.
to go play the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, he marches them down, and I think that he makes. I think we get some vintage Patriots look going on, and I think that we hit Rob Gronkowski in the back of the end zone to win the game. He rips everything off, goes streaking all the way to Tampa Bay, probably gets drunk on the way.
Wait, is the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay this year?
It's in Tampa Bay. They have that. Could you imagine Rob Gronkowski in general and the Bills Mafia in the Super Bowl? Guys, it's happening. Wait, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
All right. Usually we're not like we don't have different picks, so this is.
But we do.
This is
Completely
this is a
different.
big. This is a big day. This is a
We
big day.
totally redeemed ourselves.
Yep.
And went different.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching this after the live stream, comment down your predictions below.
Definitely.
We want to hear them, and most likely you're gonna be on my side probably because Mitch is kind of like delirious right now with his picks.
Nope. Come to my side.
But
And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, like tweet at us. Go on Facebook and post at us.
we
or
want to keep
whatever it's
growing this,
called.
guys. So like interact with us as much as you can, and we'll try to be more active like on game days and stuff, and like interact with you guys with polls and stuff. So
Definitely.
we're getting this moving. As you see, we have merch now, so we're
merch.
serious. We're serious.
And I pointed the right way the first time. Let's go.
Let's go.
Seriously, and look for information coming out about our merchandise. Hop on that quick because I'm telling you guys, it's going to be like some nice English muffins coming out of a toaster with butter already on it. They're going to go quick. They're going to be melty. They're going to be delicious. Hot up the press.
Yusuf got his picks in real quick. Chiefs 27-20, Packers 34-31 in a classic.
Yusuf's going with 2 good games. I'm telling you guys, they're going to be good.
Yusuf's on
Tune
my
in
side.
On Sunday. Tune in on Sunday. Yusuf is a great guy. Doesn't have the greatest opinions in the world, obviously, as we can see. But love you still. It's going to be good games, guys. Sunday. And if you're interested, Conor McGregor returns on Saturday on Fight Island. So the double champ.
We got
not the double champ right now, but always is considered
we got a
double
big sports
champ.
weekend. We got a big sports weekend
weekend
coming up. Maybe we go Sunday after games.
Maybe we do live reactions.
Maybe.
I know I'm watching the fight Saturday, so maybe we tweet out something about the fights. Maybe we tell people what they're missing. I don't know. Maybe. Big UFC and
big weekend.
Parlays this weekend. If we weren't in Washington, we'd be all over those.
I have those. We don't talk about that? Okay.
Yeah.
But everyone in the chat or whoever pops in, thanks for stopping by again. Another good week here on the I5 Sports Ride.
Oh yeah.
We're going to keep it going, hopefully. We want to keep seeing
only
like
getting
you
better.
guys keep like interacting with us and stuff. So and then if you're like watching after live stream too, remember we do live stream this every time, so hop in that too. So
Definitely. And guys, we are just like basically the I-5 corridor all the way through Tacoma. You know, sometimes we got some construction going on. We're always working to make
Sometimes.
things better. Pretty much
Always.
the time we got construction. We're trying to make things better. But you know what? We really are making things better.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Those roads are pretty smooth now, and they're opening up more lanes. So continue to bear with us. Continue to give us input, give us feedback, all that kind of stuff. If you think the podcast was great, let us know. If you think it sucked,
let us know.
Like
We're here for the
we
criticism too.
We want to get better. We
Yep.
just want to get better. We want to continue to get better. And once again, just like every week, guys, we want to
Grab
thank
on.
you for buckling that seatbelt, staying safe, keeping 2 hands on the wheel at all times, never distracted
10
driving.
and 2. 10 and 2.
10 and 2, and for taking
All
this
the way.
exit with us. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks guys. We'll see you next week.